I feel like I'm washed out quite a
I feel
lot
like
here at the moment.
I feel like it's really. Yeah, you're very pale. It's making
I
me
am
look
very
exceptionally
pale.
pink. I look like I'm
Can I
made of
start
hair.
again? You look so pink that I want to change into something that's a bit more
No,
colouring.
no,
Oh,
no, no.
okay.
Let's go with the ham man ham.
All right.
Let's just go with that.
Let's sit
So
in
here
the
we are.
garden at some
Quiz,
balcony.
quiz,
Oh, quiz.
answers to the quiz.
Yes.
So let's go. Here we are. Now it's not
Round
working.
one. Oh, come on. Click
There
on
we
it.
go. Round
There you
one.
go.
Famous faces. So remember, there are 10 points for this round. One for the name of the character that the actor is playing, and one for the name of the actor. So here we go. Numbers 1 and 2. Number 1, Hugh Bonneville playing Mr. Brown in Paddington. So a point for Hugh Bonneville, a point for Mr. Brown, and Patrick Stewart playing Captain Jean-Luc Picard. We'll accept Captain Picard, just Picard, and I
Not
think
just
anything,
Captain.
not just Captain.
No.
Maybe half a mark for Captain. Is that
No.
a thing? No, I'm being too.
No, that's ridiculous. That's mad.
That's insane, isn't it?
That's the sort of everyone gets a medal, whereas in this competition only one person wins.
Or a
Unless
team.
it's a tie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, questions
Carry
3
on.
and 4. Carrie Fisher playing Princess Leia Organa in Star Wars. Although obviously Princess Leia or just Leia is fine for that one. And then Vivian Lee playing Scarlett O'Hara with some serious eyebrow game there.
I have never seen Gone with the Wind.
It's very, very long.
Yeah, it looks like one of those sorts of films that might be very long, quite slow.
It's a very, very, very long film.
Mm.
It's a very long film.
Next.
It's the sort of thing that ends up on a Sunday afternoon, just going from lunch all the way to the evening.
Brilliant.
Aubrey Plaza playing April Ludgate in Parks and Recreation. Top quality program. Yeah. I think it's all on Amazon Prime at the moment. There we go. Moving on.
Good plug.
Not that. Round 2, general knowledge. Here we go. So here were the questions, and here are the answers.
I honestly have never heard of what baking beads are. And when we asked someone, they said you just use a fork. So if someone's put a fork down, I think that's half a mark.
Half a mark for a fork. But what I would say is that we did try this out on some members of staff, and they got it right. So that proves not only that that is a thing.
You probably told them the answers.
People do know. No, I didn't. I didn't tell anyone the answers.
No.
Apart from you, I told you the answers.
I didn't know the answer.
You didn't. Didn't help.
Can we also point out that Goldeneye, because obviously the new Bond film has been delayed, but Goldeneye is the greatest Bond film ever made.
Mr. Earlsby, it's like we're one. I don't think we've ever had that conversation, but I couldn't agree with you more.
Oh my God, thank you so much.
The finest Bond film. I don't know why. It's just perfect, isn't it? It's got everything in it. It's just...
You know the one that I hate the most? What's the film you hate the most?
I mean, as a kid...
1, 2, 3. Casino Royale.
Oh. Casino Royale frustrates me because I don't understand the card game. So there's no tension. I'm watching it, and it's like it would be more tense if they played Uno, because I know how.
One funny line in it. It was, that last round nearly killed me. Very good line. That was it.
Brilliant.
Anyway, next round.
Lyrics. We were very pleased with this. So, first song, "Baby" by Justin Bieber.
Baby, baby, baby. Ooh.
Dreadful.
Thank you.
Next. Next one, "Scarborough Fair" by Simon and Garfunkel. But I will accept traditional because it is a traditional folk song. But Simon and Garfunkel kind of made it big. Well, I mean, I say big. I mean, they released it.
You're meant to sing that, but anyway, next.
I'm not singing it.
That's because you're wrong.
"Under the Bridge" by the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
We will accept "Under the Bridge" and Red Hot Chili Peppers. You can have half a mark if you put All Saints, because they did do a cover. Yeah. But if you've put that down, then your musical knowledge is wrong, and you should go back and watch and listen to Red Hot Chili Peppers.
It was quite a weird cover, wasn't it? If I remember correctly. Is that right?
That's because it's a very weird idea that a band like that would cover a rock group.
Yeah, I suppose.
But then again, Jay-Z and Linkin Park did an amazing collaboration.
They did. That's true. So
there's room for it.
There is room for it. Song 4 is "The Final Countdown" by Europe. Classic song. It opens with trumpets. I think there's a long lot of synth at the beginning as well, isn't there? There's sort of like 25 seconds of synth before the song actually starts. But
I mean, you're just showing off that you know what the word synth means. Next.
There's nothing I can say to that. I feel like you gave this one away, Mr. Earlsby. But
I honestly don't. I don't think we have. I think that we play it once a year. It could have been that, or it could have been Slade. We wish it could be Christmas every day.
Oh, do you know what? Christmas. That's actually a deeply comforting thought at this time. Christmas. I'm excited.
Oh, I'm pretending that this is Christmas. Like lots of sitting around at home, watching television, chilling out, eating.
I should do some exercise and just eating.
Yeah. Oh, this is basically, if you treat this whole thing like it's Christmas, then it's much easier to deal with.
It's true.
Seeing your family a lot more than normal.
There was a family that were on BBC News that had put up their Christmas lights.
Yes.
Better. So there you go. Next. Anyway, next round, capital cities. So a point for the country and a point for the city. Edinburgh in Scotland.
Yes.
Lovely place.
Hey.
Number 2, Quito in Ecuador.
Sticking with the cold.
It is very cold. Number 3, New York. It's not a capital city. I realise this from something else together. It's not a capital city.
But we've had this argument as well because the capital city is Washington, D.C., but Washington, D.C. isn't a state, whereas New York is a state. So in the quiz, I said I lived in New York, but I didn't live in New York City. I lived in New York State. So I lived 2 hours, 3 hours maybe north of New York. Like, because New York State is enormous.
Yeah, so like Buffalo or something like. Is that?
Further north of Buffalo. I lived up in the Adirondack Mountains, mate.
Well, that's right. Okay, so that will have confused people. But do you know what? It doesn't matter. It's not a capital city, but the answer is New York. Anyway, next. Paris in France. I feel like the Eiffel Tower was more of a giveaway than you saying that you went through hell there when you did the marathon.
The Eiffel Tower is quite a big giveaway.
But also, understandably, if people didn't get that, or they thought that was some kind of, because it's entirely possible that was some sort of, looks.
What's the one in England that looks like that? Beginning with a B. Blackpool.
It's in Blackpool.
Yeah. You said Blackpool, you can have half a mark.
What? No.
I've just done it.
Undo it. Undo
Next.
it now.
Next.
Nairobi in Kenya. You also mentioned this about 3 slides.
I think I did.
You did.
Anyway, I went to the top of that building. It's the tallest tower in Africa. It is the ICC. And that was in my days before I'm scared of heights.
International Cricket Council. But what does ICC stand for?
Skip.
Doesn't know. He doesn't know. Okay, film and TV. These are the lines. These are the lines that came next. So you're going to need a bigger boat in Jaws. Nobody puts baby in a corner. Dirty Dancing. You Shall Not Pass. Lord of the Rings. 60% of the time, it works every time. That's how Mr. Osby operates. That's one of his kind of. He holds that idea close to his heart. And
I know.
Which is not only the greatest Star Wars film, but that line Harrison Ford actually made up on the spot because they didn't know what to say. They couldn't get it right. Every line that they wrote didn't sound right when they did it. So he went, I'll come up with something. And that's what he came up with. Interesting fact. Anyway, so we're on to the final round. We're on to the tiebreak round. It's baby books. So I'm going to go through the pictures first. Obviously, you might have just put A, B, C, or D. So there's a slide at the end that just has the letters up, but I thought I would show you to prove to you how bizarre some of these answers are. So that's not my fox. Why is that not my fox? It's because its chest is too smooth.
I don't even know what the other options were, but yeah.
What has this fish just done? He has stolen a hat.
I can't see the fish now, Mr. Randall.
He's a bit kind of.
There we go.
There he is.
I can't believe that the fish stole a hat. That's not good morals.
He did, but he gets his comeuppance by being eaten by the fish that he stole it off. So
it's kind of like Humpty Dumpty. If you sit on walls, then you end up falling off, breaking yourself, and then being stamped on by horses.
That I don't know how to begin all the corrections that need to happen after that statement. So I won't begin. I'll just go to the next one. So what is Mummy Owl doing? This is my favourite one because it's so weird. Mummy Owl is inviting the other animals up to the nest for biscuits. The next response is the squirrel goes, biscuits are our favourite.
I'm assuming all of the animals, the woodland folk, You know, there's not like a deer in there or anything like that. That would make it impossible because the deer's just going to be sat there going, "Oh, well, I can't."
Who is it? It's a squirrel, a frog, and there's something else.
How's a frog going to get up there?
Can't remember. I don't know. Well, you get tree frogs, don't you? I don't know.
I stand corrected.
Why is the? I was going to do the next line from that, but we can't. Why is the crocodile not eating the frog? It is because he's a surprisingly reasonable crocodile. That's why.
I can't see the answer at the moment, mate.
Is it not? It's appeared for me, but there you go.
It's appeared for me now.
Crocodile. And the frog says, "Thank you very much." And finally, what is the Gruffalo talking to his child about? It is about the big bad mouse. It says, "You mustn't go into the deep dark wood, or the big mad mouse will be after you." Anyway, here are all the answers in letter format: C, B, B, A, C. So that is that's the end of the quiz. I'll go back to that for a couple of seconds. There you go. Sorry.
Yeah.
There we go.
We have been your hosts.
We've been your hosts. It totals out 50. But hold on, just before you go, we want to show you something. So there's a link in the description, and hopefully now we will seamlessly. Due to the magic of technology, I will cut this video so that we jump straight to the right page. The Vanguard Learning Trust is raising money for Michael Sobel Hospice. So they have had, I've been emailing someone who worked here this morning, and they've said that they have lost 80% of their income from donations due to coronavirus. So they are really, really struggling at the moment. They rely a lot on that. That's a large, very, very large proportion of the funding that they get. And they are down 80% at the moment. So they need every little bit of help that they can get. So we're doing a variety of things to raise money, including this quiz. So if you can spare anything and you enjoyed this, then please do. We'll see you again next Thursday, but we're also doing the 2.6 challenge. So we'll just be sharing more. And this quiz, obviously this quiz. I can leave that bit in though, because I can just use the the sound.
Yeah, but I just spoke over you. So obviously we haven't worked out the technical side of this yet at all.
No, in any way. No. But we will. It will
but we will be back next Thursday.
We'll be back next Thursday when things are better.
Hopefully more seamlessly than this time.
Hopefully so. Anyway, there we are. Thank you so much for all your time.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.